Hey guys, Patriot here. Today, I'm going to show you how to turn this into this. What's up guys? So, what I've got here is a baseball bat display case that I picked up at Michael's for like 30 bucks. I got this because I just moved into a new place a few months ago, and I'm finally starting to get like my area kind of figured out, dialed in. Room that's going to be like where I make videos and do my stuff. I don't want to say my man cave, but my man cave. Anyways, so I started thinking of what to like, something I could collect to display and things like that. So I've always been really a huge Batman fan. And so I have some figures and some statues and stuff, and so I thought I would display those. But I recently started getting into these pop figures from Funko. So I started getting into the Batman ones. This is the Batman, Michael Keaton Batman. The best Batman. Sorry kids, he was the best Batman. So I started collecting those, and I wanted to do all the like TV and movie Batman figures. And then, like anything else, I started getting some Star Wars ones. Got a little Rey and Kylo there. I got a couple Thor from Endgame. It's pretty cool. He's like got just like fat Thor where he's holding a piece of pizza. It's pretty funny. So I got this for that. I've seen a bunch of people on YouTube that do it, that use these, and I was like, that's perfect. But I also thought I could get a couple, and I could put some pipes in there. You know, I could put my Petersons in there, and and display those. That'd be really cool. But I didn't like that it's all black inside. To me, it's too dark. You can't really see things super clearly. You can, but like with the Batman one, which is what really gave me the idea for this, because Batman's suit's all black, so it kind of just disappears. So I thought if we paint it white inside, then it would be much easier to see. So like I said, I got this from Michael's. You can also get these at Hobby Lobby. They run about 59 bucks. Don't ever pay that. Michael's has these on sale all the time, 50% off. Wait till you see it. On their website, they have them buy one, like, it's like they have them there like 50% off, but it's a buy one get one free deal. You know what I mean? So like, it's not really half off. It's weird. Anyways, Hobby Lobby, if you don't know, their sales rotate. So if you go in one week and they're not on sale, go in the next week, they'll be 50% off. That's how Hobby Lobby works. Okay, so what are you going to need to do this? You're going to need a screwdriver, and that's to remove the door for when you paint it. Some blue painter's tape, a putty knife, because inside here there's a little piece that's for holding the bat, or the ball I should say, if you hang it vertically. And I don't like that it's in there, and it takes away from what I'm going for, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Also going to need spray paint. I'm going with satin white, because satin is like the middle ground between flat and semi-gloss or gloss. I didn't want to go with flat in here because, dust. If you know anything about paint, flat paint is the worst to try to clean. If you ever try to dust inside this thing and you're using like a damp cloth or something, you're just gonna get mud smears all over this thing, and it's gonna look like crap. I also didn't want to use gloss because I thought it might be too reflective and too shiny, and so satin's the way to go. It's cleanable and it's not super glossy. Um, so with that, let's go ahead and get into this. Okay guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is take the door off. Now, as you can see on here, we've got a few hinges. There's 4 hinges total. 1 at this end, 2 in the middle, 1 at this end. They're just small Phillips head screws. So when you take them out, make sure you set them aside. You definitely don't want to lose these. One other thing about this is probably like foam board or pressed cardboard type shit. I'm sure they're not super high quality. So if in removing the screws or whatever you find out later that you've stripped the screw holes, don't worry about it. Just put some glue in there, clamp it, and then let it dry, and you'll be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull the rest of these screws, and then we'll come back. Okay, so I've got all my screws out and my door off. What I did was I just went ahead and put all my screws into the cap for my spray paint, just so they don't get lost. Like I said, you don't want to lose these. They're really small, and you're going to need those. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out... I know, I made a funny joke. Okay, I'm going to pull out this little guy here. This is what I was talking about that holds the ball when you're holding it like vertically. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that off. And to do that, I'm going to use just a 1-inch spatula or putty knife. This is a flexible one. If you have one that's not, it doesn't make a difference. What I was originally going to do was use a heat gun to heat that up and loosen the glue and then take it off. But I can't find my heat gun, so we're just going to do it this way. Oh yeah, don't need it. Came right off, just like that. And don't worry about scratching this up. Don't worry about it too much, because once you paint it, you'll never see it anyways. Okay, the next thing we got to do is inside here, there's these little wooden pieces, and those are for something. I'm not sure what they're for. Let's see if I can get one on camera here. Right there, that guy right there. So there's a bunch of those in there. We're going to pop those guys out just because I want to. Not just because I want to. They're inside this thing is felt, black felt, and I don't want to try to paint over felt, because it probably won't stick. So we're just gonna pop this guy out just like that. Bingo bango. Looks like these are they screwed in? No, they're not screwed in, they're stapled in. So you're gonna get a little bit of a pop when you go to remove those. Don't worry about it, you're not gonna really break anything or hurt anything. But alright, I'm gonna get these out and then we'll come on back. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, I got all of that felt out of here. But one thing I learned is that these little black wooden pieces that are in here are in there for a reason. So don't take those out. It's a bad idea, because then you got to glue it and fix it. They are actually screwed in through the back, and they're what hold the little hangers on. But one good thing is that the felt that's in there is just this really cheap adhesive crap, and it just peeled right out of there. I just cut around those little wooden pieces, so it's no big deal. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my blue tape to tape off all the edges around here. And what that's going to do is that's going to keep me from getting any overspray on the outside of the box, as well as keep this trim piece black, because I think I'm going to want that to stay black. So what you're going to do is take your tape, you want to put it on the inside edge as close as you can get to that edge. Just like that. And then just do that all the way around. Alright, so here we are, we're all taped up, ready to go. Got my paint shaken up, and super simple, we're just going to paint the inside of this thing. Now, that particle board underneath, that was under the felt, that stuff is probably going to take a couple of coats, because I imagine it's going to soak up this paint pretty bad. So, you know, that just is what it is. So, alright, I'll go ahead and keep doing this, and then we'll come back. Alright, so that's it. I know it's really dark in here, and maybe you can't really see it all that well. If I tilt it up, you can see it a little better. And they all fall out. I'm going to cut to a shot of it up on the wall with better lighting so you can see it. But it turned out pretty good. Couple of things to take away from this. I'm going to view this as a learning experience, because I do like how it looks with the white inside. But a couple of things. One, when you take the felt off, it's just that rough, very porous fiberboard crap. And it soaks up a lot of paint. I went through pretty much a whole can of paint on this just because of that. So going forward, what I would probably do is line that with like contact paper, like shelf liner, because the sides look great where it's smooth. The paint looks awesome. The white on that board with the stuff in there, it might not look bad, because it didn't look bad, but at certain angles you could definitely tell where some of the paint was thicker than other spots. The other thing is those pieces of wood that I said I was going to take out and didn't. They're a lot more visible once you paint this. So that's another thing to take away too. So again, once you put the stuff in it, your eye isn't really drawn to them. So it's not a huge deal. It does definitely look better, like I said, because you can really see, especially with the darker figures, the detail. And like I said, this one's built for these pops, but like I said, I'm probably going to get at least one or two more for not just this, but for displaying my pipes. Because, like I said, it's perfect size for that, and you could get quite a few in there. I was going to put one in this, but I couldn't find my foldable pipe rest, because that's probably what I would put in there with the pipes. But like I said, I only have one, but I can't find it. But using those in here would look really good. But that's it. That's the whole project. Hope you liked it. Hope you got something out of it. Hope you learned a little bit. I learned a little bit. I usually learn by doing, If I want to do something, I have an idea on how to do something, I just crack at it. And you learn stuff. Like I learned, hey, there's a reason those little pieces of wood are in there. It's structural. You need those. You need that in there. So we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. Till next time, guys. Have a great day. Pleasant evening. I'm Patriot Piper. See you next time.